how am I gonna be consistent on the charts if I'm not consistent in my life? So I'm looking at, all right, like what am I doing every day to make me a better person versus just being a better trader? So
38 Studios.
what's going on YouTube, man? It's your boy Three back with another one. And in this one, this is a film study review, but I'm gonna talk a little bit more about my experience as a trader and what I learned, man, and why I feel like trading was the best decision I've made as far as a life decision, a life choice. I feel like it was the best decision I made in a long time. Matter of fact, best decision ever. But before I get into it, man, like, comment, subscribe. You already know the deal. And come on now, let's dive in. In this trading day, this is October 31st, Halloween. The day before was October 30th, and I lost like thousand bucks in the market. I wasn't really trying to revenge trade today, but I was just trying to be focused and put myself inside the flow. My first trade, I got in prior to like marking my levels, but I got in because I seen like a resistance break. I seen like a breakout basically. And if you can see, look on the bottom chart, and then you can see my entry was basically spot on. I got in here. As soon as I got in, price started just going down. I didn't get in heavy. I only got in with one contract, and we already up. We ain't been in the market about not even 10 minutes, and we already up 10 ticks. I'm not sure. I don't recall taking profit at. I might have took profit at 10 ticks, but it took a while. Like my risk to reward is already over positive. Like break even was at 19. I already moved my stop loss into profit 5 ticks. So like this first trade of the day was the one that set the tone for us. I always look for my first trade. I don't want to trade more than 3 times, but I always look for my first trade to be the trade to give me cushion, to give me more room to make a more aggressive trade for my second trade. This is some strategy I developed over time. I've been trading futures for since 2021, so about 3 years now, a little over 3 years now, and it's been ups and downs. I didn't pass evaluations. It's been funded, withdrew profits, blew the funded account, and it's been like an ongoing cycle for over these last 3 years. Like I first got into futures. I first got into futures because I was trading crypto, and I was using a platform named Kraken Pro. And around this time, like I was trading Bitcoin. I was like going long and I was shorting it, just going back and forth. And this was in 2021. Yeah, 2021. A bill was passed to where you could no longer trade on margin or with leverage on that platform. I don't know if it was just that platform or any platform in the U.S. or any regulated broker in the U.S. that offered that. As far as like with crypto, I don't know if that was it was everywhere, but I know in June in 2021 that got passed, and I was no longer able to trade leverage with crypto. So it was like, dang, like this was my introductory to trading. Like I knew about the markets, I knew about investing, buying and holding. But like this is me trading. Like I didn't really want to go to a non-regulated broker, but like I had to do something. So I'm like, all right. And just so happens around the same time I came across this program called BWO. Maybe you heard about it, maybe you haven't. I'm not gonna get too deep into BWO, but I was introduced to future trading. Dr. Chris Cole introduced me to future trading, the fundamental side of it, the technicals, the way that you see my chart set up was a way that I was shown through him. I ended up adding some things here and there to help fit my mental state and my style of trading. But like the foundational parts of it, I've gathered through him, so I give him credit to introducing me to it. Before then, I didn't know what a 30-year bond was. I didn't even know what futures was. But I mean, that's how I got my start. And like after I found them in June, I ended up going to a launch party for an exchange they had. This was no longer up, but they had it in July. We ended up going to New York for an exchange party, And we came back. That's when I started my first evaluation. Like I was prior to going there, I'm watching all the videos, trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can. I'm in NinjaTrader doing back testing. And not at the time, I'm not knowing it's back testing, but I'm trading sim. And I take my first evaluation in August 2021. I blow my account, and then my very next evaluation, which ended up I'm taking my time. It ended up going over from August to September, and I passed it. I passed this evaluation. But this prop firm at the time was Lilu. I'm no longer trading with them. I'm sure they're still around, but I'm no longer trading with them. I get funded, and the very next day, I'm trading this funded account. I blow it. So after that, I trade with them one more time, then I blow my account. Uh, After I'm getting into this story, it's gonna be hard for y'all to believe that me choosing trading was the best decision I ever made, because it's gonna sound like it made my life harder, but it really opened my eyes to who I am as a person. But like basically after I blew that account, I'm full time. Like once I found trading, I'm like, oh, I'm full time. I'm all in. This is all I want to do. I ended up quitting my job. I mean, this is September now. Like my funds is getting lower. I got money invested in crypto, but the crypto's not really moving yet. Um, I think I ended up. I think a cryptocurrency named Mana for Decentraland ended up shooting up at the end of September. So I take a little bit of profits on that, and I'm able to use that money for my evaluations. Ended up blowing my. I'm trading with One Up Trader, and their evaluations, for their prop firm is they're more expensive. And I'm not trying to lowball. I want to do this. I see people making hundreds of thousands. So I'm like, all right, I want to do this. I want to get funded. So I want to choose the biggest account where I can trade the most amount of contracts and make the most amount of money. So I ended up picking, I believe, like a 300K account. I'm paying $600 a month for this. I blow the first one. The very next one, I'm trading. I'm all the way up to my last day. Um, I think it was either 7 or 10 days for like their minimum trading days. Not this time. I'm thinking like I gotta beat it in this amount of days. So I'm on my very last day. It's like my ninth. This is my 10th day. I'm like $3 away from the profit target. $3. I get into a trade and I'm holding it. Like it's going the opposite way. I'm holding it, holding it, holding it, and blows my valuation on the very last day. I'm about to, like I'm saying, I'm about to have profit. Like I'm at my profit target, $3 away, and I just watch my trade go the exact opposite way. At this point, I'm like, man, I got this. I know what I need to do. So I ended up selling one of my cars. I got it for over. I sold it and it went for more than the blue book value. It got paid off. I got some couple thousand over. I ain't gonna say how much, but I got a couple thousand over left over after they paid it off. I'm using this money to live right now, pay my bills, pay for valuations, and this is October at this time, October, and in October I'm still trading with Lilu probably for the rest of the year up until I think December. I ended up finding a company called UProfit. I probably did one evaluation with them, one or two evaluations with them, didn't pass. I go back to Lilu in January. I pass again, blow my account within a couple of days again. And then I end up finding Apex Trader. And I trade with them for a little while. I don't think I got funded. I didn't get funded my first couple months trading with Apex. Eventually, I'm like, yeah, this prop firm. I'm jumping around from prop firm to prop firm at this time because I'm looking at the rules, the withdrawal policies, and I'm trying to figure out which one where I can get paid. Oh, let me back up a little bit. Because in December, I'm invested in stocks and crypto, but I'm in this crypto project called Ring. The name is Ring. I'm in there a couple thousand, bro. A couple thousand. I'm in there. These people, it was like the most finessing rug pull ever. Like it was the slowest rug. Like they were pulling it so slow. And it was something called like a node. Like you would purchase a node. But it wasn't a real like. Now that I know more about crypto, it wasn't like a real node where you, let's just say you buy something and it's purchased. It's like, how I put it. it's like almost you're purchasing an asset. That's what they made it seem like this node would produce such and such amount of cryptocurrency for me every day. So like the price of the nodes when I first got in was probably like, I don't remember, but I'm just gonna say, let's just say for example it was 500 bucks. So I bought a node for 500 bucks, and then the next day it's cheaper. Everybody's hyping about a dip. So all right, now the next node, ooh, it's 300. Buy another one. I probably bought. I spent a couple grand on these nodes, and by the end of the year, like the company ring was like the in the Discord, everybody's like, oh, they're robbing us, they're pulling the rug pull, and they made it. The people who were running it was saying like the community's so negative. It's like there's no point of them trying to save it because there's so much negativity, and so they just made it seem like they were done with that project. I still got some ring in my wallet. I know they're never coming back, but I still got some ring in my wallet to this day. But yeah, I blew some money on that. So now I'm like, I really have to go all in on trading. Like this was most of my capital. This is like most of my cash. I'm hoping this was gonna create a passive income source for me, which it didn't. I didn't do my due diligence, and I mean, you live and you learn. Like I knew better, but it was just when it's something usually sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. But now I'm trying to leverage instead of using cash, because now at this point I sold another car. I had two cars. I sold the other car, and now we're trying to live off of this. And now every couple weeks, we're getting rental cars to go get our groceries or to go take care of any errands we got to do. And like I said, I'm paying for evaluations. I have not passed any evaluations. Um, I'm using this as practice. Like I got journals. I'm writing journals. I'm doing back testing. And at this time, I'm getting real down in the dumps. Like I'm getting depressed because I'm like, this gotta work for me. Like I'm all in. Like this is all or nothing. Nothing else is gonna work for me because it's like this is the only way that I see myself getting me and my family to the place I feel like we need to be or we deserve to be. I'm distancing from like pretty much everybody. Like I'm stopping smoking. I stopped playing games. It was just like I was really locked in for a while. By the end of I'm gonna say 20, not the end, but like mid 2022, uh, me and my fiance we kind of got into a business together. Like so now this is me taking like a lot of attention, a lot of time off of trading. Like I'm still trading, but I'm not as focused as I should be, and like I'm putting a lot of energy into this business we got. It's okay, but it's not creating the income source that we need at the time. And I feel like I'm overexerting myself, using a lot of brain space, using a lot of energy to do this when I know I should be focusing on trading. So eventually, like I cut that out, and once I started focusing on trading again, like probably like just solely focusing on trading again, I got funded again around the September October time, and this was with Earn a Trade. I got funded, I got a payout, and after I got paid out, it was on a Trader Career Path program. I got paid out, and in between times, like after you get paid out or after you withdraw funds, you move up to the next level of account. So I went from the 25K and I withdrew, and they were moving me up to the 50K. And in between me going from the 25K to the 50K, like it was like a 2-day wait period to get my account. So like in my mind, like I needed the momentum. I needed like I'm hot. Like I gotta keep going. But like I had these 2 days off of trade, and then I'm doing other things and not focused. As soon as I get my account, like in my mind, I'm telling myself I gotta trade, not knowing every day I don't have to trade every day. Like it's not a requirement for you to trade every single day. So I trade the very first day I get that 50K account, I blow it. Um, After that, I'm like, yo, I'm done with Earn a Trade. I don't want to go with them no more. So I moved back to Apex, and with Apex, I'm trading with them throughout the rest of the year. I don't finally get funded through them until the beginning of 2023. Um, yeah, with 2023, I got funded with them. I had multiple accounts with them funded. I didn't take a withdrawal. I didn't even get a withdrawal from Apex until 2024, until this year. Um, but I ended up going back to Earn a Trade. I had 3 payouts from Earn a Trade, 2 from Apex. I ended up signing up through Apex under an LLC, so I didn't. It wasn't really my money personally, but it was like our business's money, the same business I started with my fiance, so it was income for the business. But it was basically like trial and error. Like I would get an account, I would get it funded. I would either get a withdrawal and then blow it, or I would blow the funded account. So it was like I knew in my mind, I knew I could do this. But I'm like, what is standing in my way? Like, why can't I do this not every day, but why can't I do this consistently? Why can't I stay profitable? And it's like every time I would notice, like every time I would have let's just say a winning trading day, I'd be happy. I would have a good day. Or every time I would lose money, like I would be depressed, or I'd be like just like not even sad, but just like upset for the rest of the day. And I'm like, I'm letting it control me, letting it waver me. And then at this time, now I'm really getting like, I'm monitoring myself off the charts. Like I'm looking at the things I'm doing, like my routine, like, cause how am I gonna be consistent on the charts if I'm not consistent in my life? So I'm looking at, all right, like what am I doing every day to make me a better person versus just being a better trader? So I started looking at myself. I'm like, all right, well, let me wake up at the same time every day, which is still hard. I still struggle with that. I got my timer set for the same time, but well, I'm still hitting that snooze. I ain't gonna lie, I'm still hitting that snooze button. But at the same time, it's like, all right, I gotta eat the same. I gotta eat the same time every day. I gotta eat quality food. Like over this, I skip sometimes, but I went from in 2021 we were eating pretty much everything except for pork. To 2022 we're not eating any meat from any animals at all. By 2023, end of 2022, 2023, we're not eating any dairy, any meat anymore, straight plant-based diet. So between 2023, the end of 2022 and 2023, and now, like we have no meat, no dairy, so no sugar. So like what I put in my body changed. I started reading a lot. The type of content, like I said, I stopped playing games. I stopped smoking. The type of stuff that I put into my body um, changed. Like I said, the times that I eat changed. The way that I cook changed. It's just like even like being a parent. Like my sons are growing at the same time they're growing with me. They're growing through what I'm going through. So they're growing through what I'm going through. And I'm like growing with them, learning a lot about myself, teaching them. Like one thing I teach them is anything you lose in life, you can get it back, except for time, except for the moment. Like this right now, the time I'm shooting this video, I can't get this back. This is all off the dome. There's no script. Like if you see me looking down, I'm looking down at the screen to look at the charts, because I really was usually, this is a film study, I would be reviewing this. But like God Most High told me to get this off my chest, so I'm getting it off my chest. Like this is me being full transparent, and this is why I feel like trading is the best decision ever made, because it's made me become a better person. It's helped me become a better me. It helped me dive into what I needed to learn, like help me become better spiritually, physically, mentally. Like I become stronger mentally. Like I feel like for a while, a long part of my life, I was shot out. Like some of you may know what that means, some of you may not, but like my mind wasn't where it needed to be. And I was always like a smart person, like, and I always felt like I was spiritual as far as God, me trusting my gut and God like putting me in certain positions for certain reasons. And like me finally starting answering my calling. Like if you don't know me, even if you know me, like you probably, this is probably the most you heard me talk like straight, like, 'cause I don't really talk a lot. I might talk more one-on-ones, but in groups, I'm not a really big social person. Like I like to contain my energy. I like to keep to myself really. And like this is me stepping out of my comfort zone. Really, like that's all. And trading's helped me do that. It helped me learn what I need to work on as a person to become a better person. It helped me learn a skill that's going to be able to feed my family for the rest of our lives. Like my sons, they learning this. They like it's bigger than me. Like this is bigger than me. Like and I as a youngin, like between my 20s, I wasted a lot of time. Like even in my teens, I wasted a lot of time. in time that I can't get back. And for me to be able to not have to trade my time for money anymore, like work a job, like with unless I want to, it helps me push the trajectory forward as far as the freedom for me and my family, like the building wealth for me and my family, like me working a 9 to 5 or me working a 12 to 12, like anything like as far as a W-2 position is not going to get me to where I want to go. I'm not knocking them positions because you got to do what you got to do, especially when you got a family. But it's like that's not going to get you. It's not going to get me to where I want to be or where I feel like we need to be. And I know God put this in my brain, on my heart, for me to continue to learn from my mistakes. Like even I still make mistakes today. Nobody's perfect. Like my trading day, prior to this trading day, I was holding on to the bag and it just was going like I'm still adding. Like I have to know, I have to remember every day, even when I get into the market and when I leave the market, live in the moment. It's been one of the hardest things for me in life is living in the moment because my mind is always thinking forward. Not really much on the past, but it's mostly thinking forward. And living in the moment, being present in the moment, has been one of the things that I've been trying to work on and build on. And because it's been one of my biggest, one of my hardest things to do in my life, because the lifestyles that I've lived has been me have I had to think forward. I had to think ahead. I had to not so much be in the moment. I had to be in the moment. I had to be aware, but I definitely had to think more ahead than to be present. And me learning to be present now is it's helping me become a better person, man. Like it really is. Like I can't deny it. I mean, I'm loving who I've become. I love myself more than I have. I have a lot more respect for myself, for my body, my mental. Um, I'm still careful on who I give my energy to, who I give my time to. I don't take any BS. I never did really, but now it's like I can smell it from a mile away. I feel the energy from people who the energy people put out. Um, it's just life, bro. Like this is my life now. Like I'm all in, and it's cool that I could do something for a few hours a day, and then get up and do something else with my rest of my day. And that's what that's it helped me build. Even now, like we have a schedule. Like before, I was never into building schedules and into meal planning. Like the way we change the we now that we change the way we eat, we create meal plans. We eat certain foods. We know what nutrients and stuff that our body needs. Um, we homeschool our sons, so we have a schedule, a time schedule. So I know I'm not allowed to sit at the charts all day. Like when I first started trading, I would be here. I would think that I had to be here for at least 8 hours a day. So it's just learning and growing. Like now I'm not in the market longer than two and a half hours. Like from going from 8 to 2.5 hours, going from trading as many trades as I feel like I can to only trading 3 times a day. Like learning learning different chart patterns and candlesticks, learning what works for me out of all the stuff that I've learned, going from Hakanashi, going from using the fib, going from using cumulative delta, going from just like all this different stuff that they have in here to throw at you to tell you that it works, using different indicators and stuff. Like I found what worked for me, what works best for my mental. And I learned that I need to do that off the charts also. Like as far as like I said, setting schedules, um, eating right, just meditating, just doing things, working out, just doing things that helps me mentally, helps me physically, helps me spiritually. And it's great. That's why I feel like trading has been the best decision I ever made because it helped me learn a lot about myself. It helped me love myself. It helped me respect myself. It helped me see me who I for who I really am, and it helped me see that I'm not done growing, that I'm not done learning, and it helped me see the potential that I once seen in myself, and it helped me bring it back out. and helped me see that I am chosen, that God does have a bigger plan for me, and that every plan that I try to plan, He just gonna laugh at because His plan is bigger than my plan. And so I just go with what's on my heart, I go with what's on my brain, and I just thank the Most High every day that I get this ability to think, I got the ability to see, I got the ability to breathe, I got the ability to analyze these charts, I got the ability to teach my sons, I got the ability to eat great food that's good for my body, I got the ability to learn and grow and get better and better and be a better person than I was yesterday or the day before or 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And just to realize that life is really what you make it, man. Like I'm living this human experience, and I'm gonna make the most of it. And this is giving me being all in instead of being 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Is giving me the opportunity to be all in everything that is what's best for me. Like I'm all in on trading. I'm all in on my family. I'm all in on art, nutrition, and health. So it's all it's done is shoot my trajectory up. Like I haven't been depressed in a while. Like it's my mental state is great, and it's like these last few years has been harder because I have distanced myself from a lot of people, and it's not no cuts to them. It's really was me. Work like trying to focus on myself and trying to build this for my family, build me for my family. And it's like I couldn't do what I needed for them until I could make myself a better me. Man, yeah, I'm gonna swing back around and reach out to the people, but I still feel like I have more work to do on myself and for not just for me, for my family and for them, because I don't feel like I'm even in a position now to teach people trading. Um, maybe I could teach them mentally or psychology, but I don't feel like the way that I trade, my technicals, and the way that I enter and exit trades is refined enough or tuned enough to teach people how to trade. But I do feel like the mental struggles that I overcame and the battles that I overcame in these last 3 years, I feel like I've been through enough to help people or to coach people through whatever it is they're going through. So I may get into that, but at the moment I'm just using this page as to basically mark my journey. Like this is a huge milestone in my journey. Like I said, I want to continue to grow. Um, I want to, like I said, I want to reach back out to people who I haven't been into communication with, that might have felt like I just cut them off. Which I say I didn't really do it. I just basically isolated myself or put like a shield around myself to basically dive into what I feel like I need to do to make me and my family's life better. And mostly people I cut off were, not even say cut off, but like I haven't really been communicating with were family. They were family. They did a lot for me, and I didn't really have friends. Like if you were a friend, somebody would have thought you were my friend. You were most likely my brother or my sister or something like that. But I haven't really called too many people friends in my life. But doing this and cutting off a lot of of my vices helped me realize also that I didn't have a lot in common with people who were considered or I would have considered my friends. Like we didn't have a lot in common to begin with other than a few minor things, which once I cut my vices out, I couldn't really relate to them on a certain level. And once I got on my spiritual journey, it's become even more hard to relate to certain people and what they were going through. Um, but yeah, man, this like trading, I feel like I said, it's the best decision I ever made. It might have made our financial situation hard for times. Like there's been ups and downs. There's been months where I was like up, and we lived off of profits and went and did stuff based off of money that I made in the market that month. And there's been months where we were just scraping to get by, man. Like it's been hard. It's been hard, but it's been like anything worth having ain't gonna come easy, and that's what my mom taught me young, and that stuck with me. Got a lot of things in my life the easy way, and I don't have them today. So I mean, like continuing to grow. Uh, this is This is great that I found myself, and I think trading for that. That's why I feel like trading was the biggest decision I made, the best decision I made, not the biggest, but the best decision I ever made. Um, yeah, I'm just grateful, man. Thanks for watching. Um, you can see the rest of this trade play out. But I mean, if you made it this far and you ain't liked, commented, or subscribed, I don't know what to tell you, man. But I mean, I just thank you for listening, man, letting me vent, and I mean, come back for more, man. Like I'm gonna be getting into, I'm gonna say teaching, but probably coaching. But mostly, I want to just continue to focus on my growth. Um, we should be funded soon this week. This is my evaluation still for Take Profit. This is day 4. I have one more day for the minimum target. I traded also on this is October 31st. I traded again on November 1st, but I didn't record it, but that day was profitable. This day was profitable too. I think I ended up profiting, recovering all the losses from the previous day, which was about 1060. And I think that this day, I think I made like 1100 this day. But yeah, man, like I said, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.